You're about to get a lot of rapid fire advice, but don't worry. I've created a free cheat sheet you can download at oldguyinsights.me. That's me. It's packed with everything I'm about to share and more. And let's make sure you don't miss a single step. I'm going to help you take it from devastation to recovery. All right, picture this. If you're standing where your home used to be, the walls, the roof, and the memories are all gone. The smoky air stings your eyes and ash blankets the ground. You feel lost and overwhelmed with a million questions running through your head. What happens to your mortgage, your taxes, your insurance? Take a deep breath. You're not alone. Hey, I'm Steve, and for over 30 years, I've been helping people recover from financial disasters. As a former search and rescue pilot and a debt coach, I've witnessed the aftermath of wildfires close up. I know how overwhelming this can feel, but I've also seen people rise from the ashes, literally, and rebuild their lives. Here are the biggest mistakes I've seen in the past 5 years. Before we dig in, let me tell you the biggest mistake people make after a disaster like California wildfires is believing advice from social media. I've seen it happen way too often. Someone shares a tip that sounds helpful but ends up being dangerously wrong. A perfect example, people saying renters can't qualify for FEMA assistance. And that's not true. Renters absolutely qualify. But if you believe that misinformation, you might not even apply. Another myth, if my insurance company denies my claim, I have no options. That is false. Denials are often due to missing paperwork and can be overturned with a little persistence. Here's my advice. Ignore social media noise and stick to reliable sources like FEMA, your insurance company, or local government offices. And if you're unsure, grab the cheat sheet that I'm making at oldguyinsights.me for trustworthy step-by-step guidance. It's there for you to download. Now, your home has disappeared, but your mortgage doesn't. It's a harsh reality. Even if your home is destroyed, your mortgage doesn't go away. And here's what you can do. If you have insurance help, homeowners or wildfire insurance may cover temporary payments. There are relief options. Many lenders, including Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, offer disaster forbearance programs. But here's what forbearance really means. Forbearance doesn't cancel your payments. It simply postpones them. Any missed payments will be added to your balance, and interest will continue to accrue. Now, you must ask questions about forbearance. Will the repayment be required in a lump sum, or can it be added to the end of the loan? Once you know, then you can plan ahead. If possible, find a way to set aside money to prepare for the increased balance when forbearance ends. Get your property taxes reduced. If your home was destroyed or severely damaged, you're likely eligible for a property tax reassessment. Contact your local tax assessor to request a reassessment based on the current value of your property. In California, Prop 13 protections can prevent sharp tax increases when rebuilding. This can significantly lower your tax burden while your home is uninhabitable. Now, dealing with your insurance company, it's a negotiation, not a favor. Let's talk about insurance companies. Your insurance agent is a friendly face. They're great when selling the policy, but the real decisions come from the claims adjusters at the main office, whose job is often to find reasons to minimize payouts. I once employed an attorney at my company who used to work for an insurance company. Her job was to find every reason to reduce claim payouts. She left the company because she couldn't stand doing that to people. The story stuck with me because it just shows how hard some companies work to protect their money. Here's how to respond. Be politely persistent. Stay calm, professional, and consistent in your follow-ups. Document everything. Photos, receipts, and contractor estimates. Strengthen your case. Find a small box and throw all the paperwork you get or generate into that box. You don't have to be overly organized, but you do need to know where it all is when you need it most. Now, you can hire a public adjuster. If you're hitting a wall, a public adjuster can advocate for you. To find a reliable public adjuster, start by checking the National Association of Public Insurance Adjusters site, NAPIA, NAPIA.com, or your state's insurance department website to verify licensing and credentials. Ask for recommendations from neighbors, local disaster recovery centers, or even organizations like the Red Cross. Review online ratings on platforms like Google or the Better Business Bureau. It's not perfect, but it's better than not checking. And interview at least 2 adjusters to compare experiences. Compare fees, typically 10 to 20% of the amount they recover, and communication style. Be cautious of anyone who pressures you to sign immediately. Don't sign if they're not transparent about fees or lack proper licensing. Don't. Remember, public adjusters can be a game changer, but choosing the right one is the key to maximizing your claim. Don't fall for the sweet-talking office. Check them out before you sign anything. If you need advice on how to check out a company, hey, post it in the comments. I can do a separate video just on that. A family I worked with in Paradise, California was initially offered $75,000 for wildfire damage. After hiring a public adjuster and submitting detailed records, they received $120,000. It was enough to start to rebuild their life. Now, here's how to deal with denials. Remember, it's a speed bump, not a dead end. Here's the truth. A denial doesn't mean no. It often means the insurance company or agency needs more information. So here's what to do next. Carefully read the denial letter to identify what was missing. Submit the requested documents and resubmit your claim, and follow up persistently. Sometimes approvals require polite tenacity. One common issue is missing important notices like approvals or denial letters because they're sent to your last address that doesn't exist. So here's what to do. Set up a virtual mailbox service. You can Google virtual mailbox services to find one, or use a trusted friend or relative's address temporarily. Let everyone know what your new address is for correspondence. This simple step ensures you won't miss critical deadlines or correspondence. Now, here are your rights and resources if you were a renter. Don't miss out. Renters often feel overlooked in disaster recovery, but there is help available. Here are some key steps. Renter's insurance. It covers belongings and may provide temporary housing. Lease termination. Many leases allow you to break the agreement after a disaster, and FEMA assistance is available. Renters are eligible for FEMA grants, including for housing and personal property loss. Now, there are also state and local assistance programs. California offers unique resources for wildfire recovery. Here are some examples. The California Governor's Office of Emergency Services coordinates housing and rebuilding programs. California Fire Foundation provides financial aid to wildfire survivors. Nonprofit groups like the American Red Cross and Disaster Relief Assistance for Immigrants offers grants and housing. Don't overlook emotional recovery and support. Disasters don't just destroy property, they take a toll on your mental health. You've lost a lot, from precious memories, families, pets, and more. It's terrible. It's terrible trauma. Don't be brave. Seek compassionate help. Here's what you can do. You can seek counseling from organizations like the Red Cross. They often provide free mental health support. You can join support groups to connect you with others navigating the same challenges. Check with your local religious organization and see if they're providing support as well. Let's debunk some common myths that just piss me off. FEMA doesn't help if I have insurance. That is absolutely false. FEMA can cover costs not covered by your insurance. Insurance denials are final. False. Most denials can be appealed with proper documentation. This one really makes me mad. If you accept the initial FEMA payment, you won't be eligible for more assistance. Wrong. Just wrong. So here's a quick recap. 1, call your lender and insurance company. Give them your new virtual address. 2, request a property tax reassessment. 3, read all denial letters carefully and follow up. 4, set up a temporary mailing address. Friend, relative, virtual mailbox, whatever. 5, explore California-specific programs. 6, take care of your emotional health. Don't forget to download the cheat sheet on this podcast show page at oldguyinsights.me for a step-by-step guide. Recovering from California wildfires is a long road, but it's a road you can travel. That pile of ash and rubble isn't the end. It's the foundation for a new beginning. And with persistence, support, and the right tools, you will rebuild your life one step at a time. I'm sending you a big virtual hug. See ya.